Last time I was up on the roof, what I did forget to tell you is the 9 Harbor Freight little panels you see up there, those all go into a battery bank, which in turn runs my outside light, as you can see there. I've got 3 of those. It also runs, I don't know if you can tell it or not, but there is a lamp light post right here that is out in the yard. It runs that lamp light post, and there's another light on the other side of the house. It runs that light off of the 12 volt. In the summertime, I also run my pool pump, my saltwater generator and pool pump off of that battery bank. But there is a trick that I have too, which I don't know if a lot of people thought of. Here's my setup. I have, as you can see here, a light that's blinking. This right here, if it's blinking, that means that it's going through. I have my wires coming down. These are from the Harbor Freight panels, and over here is from my Missouri Wind and Solar ones. So both of them come in to here, and I can switch where I want them to go. Now you can tell it's going back. It's going through the battery into the box. And I know I don't have the best batteries, but they're just some batteries that I got. They're charging up these batteries here, which in turn will turn on and off the lights. Here my wires are kind of messy now, but this is where I have them to my bus bar, and they are fused, which in turn goes up. I do have a light sensor up on the roof that will tell those lights when to turn on and off. My charge controller is a tracker, is what I'm using. It's a MPPT solar charge controller, and I believe that is, I can't remember the watts on it right now, 20 or 40, I can't remember off the top of my head. I do have it hooked up to where I can see what's happening. There's the battery, I can move it back over. There's how many volts are coming in. And then of course if I move it over, you see the lights, that's how much is going out. And like I said, I do run my outside lights off of that. Now on the Missouri Wind and Solar side, they all come in, like Jeff said, always have it on a cutoff. There is a fuse back behind here to kill it if need be. I have it come out of here, which in turn goes through a meter that tells me what it's putting out. Right now it's putting out 209, 210 watts, 12.7 amps, and it is going through a power inverter, 600 watts, which is wired up. You can see the lights moving, and it goes over here to a plug to where it's pumping that 208, 210 watts back into the house. Now the part that I've done, which is I think kind of different, I haven't seen done, hopefully Jeff will incorporate this somehow in his system, I think it'd be great, is over here I have 2 toggle switch. One's negative, one's positive. And as you can tell, I have one leg feeding into here. I have my main wire coming down from the roof going in to the center side. These are on switches. So it's feeding the power lead depending on which way I have it faced, as you can tell the way it's marked out. So what I can do is I'll just show you the operation, and then I'll do it as you're watching the meter. You can tell it's going to the battery. If I flip this, that's the off position. So now both of them's in the off position. Now if I flip them down, you can see that now then it should be feeding it to the house. Where, as if we go back up here to the MPPT controller, you can tell it's reading 0. Now watch, I'm going to flip it right back up to where it says that it's going to the battery, and you'll see the amps. It takes just a few seconds for it to register. And while that's registering, I'll just show you back down here. It is going back to the battery. And I'll bring you back up here. We'll just sit here for a few seconds while it registers it. And there we go. Now it's 3.7 amps are going back into the battery bank, 3.8. And again, there it's going to the battery. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what the 4 panels on top are pushing. Now then I'm going to flip my switches to the off position on my little device I've made. Now that I'm going to flip them to the house power, and watch the 211, 212, you can see that. If my batteries are fully charged, now I'll flip them down to where they're going to the house power. So instead of being at 211 watts, now I'm at 266, 65, and I'm at 16.29 amps. I don't remember what my amps were before, but we can turn it off here and see what they were. So they were 13 amps. 13 amps, 211 watts. I'll kick it back down to where it's going to there. We're back up to 16 and 266. So I do have the option, like I said, of flipping it to go either to the battery, or now it's going to the house. So as soon as my battery gets full during the day, I can come out and switch it to where it goes to my house power, so I'm not just sitting there losing that power to nothing. And then again, my battery's not fully charged, and because it's been cloudy out, but as you can tell, I'm charging my batteries. And I am running 213 watts worth of power in the house. And I want to thank Jeff and Ben also. I can't forget Ben from Missouri Wind and Solar, and all the other guys down there for helping me out and showing me how to do it. Keep up the good work, and I'm sure I'll be back down there. I've been making trips for the last 4 weeks, every 2 weeks when I get paid to buy another 100-watt panel. So you guys keep up the good work down there, and I'll keep doing business with you. Appreciate it. Thank you.